I just got done recording the audio for games 1 and 2 of the ALCS. We're here in Los Angeles now for the 2 games that we'll play here against the Guardians. It's Michael King on the mound, 2.53 ERA, .84 whip, as he's taking on this Guardians lineup that we've really had in check so far in this series, as Jake McCarthy will kick this game off with a base hit up the middle. We're getting right into the action here in this episode. If we can win 2 out of 3 here, then we will advance. Or hopefully we can just win 2 games. If we can win 2 more games, we'll advance to the World Series, as it's going to be a stolen base for McCarthy, a runner in scoring position already for the Guardians. It is Steven Kwan blooping this one in the right field. McCarthy with the 99 speed will round third, and there's no shot we get him out. The Guardians take a quick 1-0 lead here in Game 3 of the ALCS. Michael King has been pretty good so far in the postseason, as Jimenez will hit this one on the ground. It's going to be a 5-4-3 double play to finish off the top of the first, as we go top 2 now. 9th pitch of the at-bat, as Ramirez will hit this one, and it will get down. Trout can't get to it in time, and Ramirez will round first, cruise into second. Will he try for third? No, he will stay put at second, but it's a leadoff double for Jose Ramirez. His Guardians offense needs to get their bats woken up here, or they may be swept by the Angels. It's Andres Jimenez now with a walk. Runners on the corner with 2 away, as that will bring up Chase DeLauder, the 9-hitter, as he chops this one on the ground. The Neto, who throws the first, as we'll limit the Guardians to only 1 run. It's a 1-0 lead for Cleveland, and it is Andres Jimenez who hits this one back up the middle. It's a base hit in the top of the 5th. You know, these edits, these cuts that I make are kind of all over the place. As we go top 5 now, full count. It's Chase DeLauder, as he's going to watch the sink or miss, as Michael King, runners on first and second now with nobody away, and a huge scoring opportunity, as we'll bring in Jimmy Herget, who has pitched in 3 2/3 inning, 2 games, has not given up an earned run, as he will face Jake McCarthy, who's 1 for 2. McCarthy's the type of guy that I would definitely like on the team, as he's going to watch the sink or miss, ball 4. But with a runner in his way, we don't have to worry about him stealing. So that's, you know, you take your wins and your losses whenever you can get them. As Steven Kwan will hit this one to right field, 89 speed on third. Can Moniak throw him out? The throw, and there's no chance. The runner will score, and the runner on second will also advance. I'm surprised McCarthy didn't advance as well. But the Guardians will take a 2-0 lead here in the top of the 5th, as it is Josh Naylor who pops this one up. It's Skinner in left, and I know he doesn't have the arm to get the runner out, but he's going to try it anyway. Here's the throw from Skinner. It's up the line, and it has no chance. Once again, I can't believe McCarthy didn't tag up from first. You know, the wise thing to do is probably to throw to second anyway. That way McCarthy didn't. As here's Sean Skinner in the bottom of the 6th. It's Gavin Williams still dominating on the mound so far in this game. Sean Skinner has the 1 home run so far in the postseason, as he's going to hit this curveball, and it will get down. It's a base hit for Sean Skinner. I talked about it in the previous episode. When Sean Skinner gets on base, he is a stolen base threat. What do you think about these uniforms, by the way? I felt maybe we can just bust out a new uniform. The red ones are our good luck uniforms, but let's try an alternate uniform. As Trout swings through a fastball right down the middle, if he would have hit that one, it would be 3-2 right now. As we will remain with Mike Trout here in the bottom of the 6th, 0-1. As Trout's going to hit this one to left center field if it gets down, and it will. No play is made. Kwan can't make it, as Sean Skinner will score, and Trout will cruise in a second with a double. You guys remember Rich Homie Kwan, or Hit the Kwan? That's what I just thought of when I said Steven Kwan's last name and only his last name. As Bohm will hit this one to left field, it's Rich Homie Kwan who makes the play. As Alec Bohm just continues to struggle in the postseason. He can't hit anything hard. He gets under so many pitches. You know, he has a couple of line drives here and there, but he's really struggling. As we'll bring on Eric Mott. He's pitched in a lot of innings, 5 innings here in the postseason, or at least it feels like a lot to me. As we're going to give him the ball here in the top of the 8th, as Josh Naylor will look at a running fastball that was in the zone. The umpire is just blind. As here's Eloy Jimenez now, hits it back up the middle, and it's a base hit. Runners on first and second now with nobody away, and Eric Mott, and a little bit of a jam for the first time in the postseason. It's Jose Ramirez, who's 2 for 3, hits this one down the line, and this one should score at least 1 run, as Moniak will collect the ball, throw it up the line. It's a 4-1 lead for the Cleveland Guardians, and it's runners on the corner now with nobody away. Gabriel Arias now will bloop this one in the right field. It's another run for the Guardians. It's a 5-1 lead. will get the ball in, but it's runners on the corner now with one away for Andres Jimenez. Here's the pitch, and this one's crushed to center field. Trout will be there to make the play, and it will be another run for the Guardians. I said that one was crushed. It really wasn't crushed. It was hit 95 off the bat. What in the world's going on? How in the world did he just advance to second? Oh my gosh, didn't matter. Zach Neto's up now, bottom of the 8th, 6-1 to score, and it's Sam Hinch's on the mound. And Neto crushes this one to center field. Where is this guy coming from? 103 off the bat. It's really not going to matter, though, when it's a 6-2 lead now for the Guardians. We cut into that lead. We need to hit a grand slam with Neto for anything to matter at this point. But it is his second home run of the postseason and his second home run of the series. That one hit 406 feet. As we go bottom 9 now, it's Patrick Wisdom to the plate as he's going to pop up this Trevor Stephan fastball. And if Naylor can make the play, it'll cap off game 3, and they do. The Guardians will win game 3 on the road. So that is very crucial. If they can win one of these next 2 games on the road, they could potentially go back to Cleveland with a 3-2 series lead. At the worst, a 2-3 Angels lead. But I think I would take those chances, especially winning this game the way they did. And Jordan Montgomery and Michael King have already pitched. I mean, you're gonna see real quick that maybe the Angels are gonna have a pitching problem if they go so many games here. Michael King allowed a 3 earned, but we're gonna see John Means on the mound here for game 4. As we're gonna already advance to the top of the 5th. The score is 0-0, each team with 1 hit. Or I think we're going to the bottom of the 4th. Yeah, we're going to the bottom of the 4th here. It's Mike Trout, the 2012 Rookie of the Year, as he crushes this curveball deep to left field, and it is gone. Mike Trout off of Tanner Bibby, as the scoreless game is broken wide open as Trout crushes this one 396 feet for his second home run of the postseason. He's been on a tear in this series. He's really turning his postseason around, and that will give us a much-needed 1-0 lead. And guess what? We're back in the red jerseys, our good luck jerseys. We have not lost a game when we've worn our red jerseys. It's John Means top 5 as he's going to give up a hit to Andres Jimenez. Skinner's not going to be able to get there in time, and it's going to be a ground rule double with 1 away. John Means having a pretty good start so far in this game. As here's David Fry now. He's 0 for 1, and he hits this one to left center field. It'll get down, and it's going to be an RBI extra base hit for David Fry. He's been very good for the Guardians when he's been in the lineup, and he only plays in the lineup when we have lefties on the mound. So if we put a righty out there, David Fry is not going to get his opportunity. But when he faces this left-handed pitching of the Angels, he's done really well. As here's Chase DeLauder, and Neto will make the play to finish off the top of the 5th. But David Fry ties the game up here. As we go top 6 now, Tony Romo's little brother, he's 0 for 1. 57th pitch up coming for Means, as this one's going to be hit to right field. Moniak is down the line, and he is there to make the play here for the first out of the 6th inning. It's Jake McCarthy now, 0 for 2 so far in the day, but if he gets on base, he is a scoring threat, as he's going to pop this one up to Skinner out and left for the second out. Skinner no longer playing at shortstop. He's playing in those corner outfield spots in this series. As here's Rich Homie Kwan, hits this one to left field. Sean Skinner ranges to his right, and he's there for the final out of the top of the 6th. An excellent day for John Means. Of course, he allowed the 1 run, but just an excellent start for him. As here comes Chase Silseth, one of the most dominant pitchers on this Angels squad. In the top of the 7th, he's thrown 10 innings of work, as this one's going to be hit deep to right field. Moniak ranging back to the wall. Can this one be gone? No, it's not. Mickey Moniak robs it. I guess you could say he robbed him, and that's essentially what he did. That ball is gone if Moniak doesn't make the play. And it's going to be a strikeout for Chase Silseth, the second out of the 7th inning. It's the first strikeout for Silseth in this game. As here's 2 for 2, Andres Jimenez, as he goes down swinging. It's the fastball getting him this time. It's the second strikeout for Silseth. Only 5 total hits in this game. This is reminding me of our offense that we had against the Twins, as Nick Sandlin is going to walk Patrick Wisdom here in the bottom of the 8th. The offense went quiet. The Guardians' offense has remained quiet so far in this series. As here's Zach Neto, and he's going to hit this one in the right field. It gets down, and it will have runners on first and second. Yeah, aside from game 3, this Guardians offense has been extremely quiet. And the Cleveland's pitching has made our offense quiet the last couple of games. As here's Neto, or not my fault. Here's Luis Rengifo hitting this one to right field, and it will be caught. DeLauder makes the play, but Patrick Wisdom will tag up and advance to third. As runners on the corner now with 2 away. Here's Sean Skinner, And this one's going to be popped up into very shallow right field. Skinner, unfortunately, can't take advantage of his opportunity. The score remains 1-1. As Chase Silseth still on the mound, it's Jake McCarthy to the plate, and he goes down looking at the fastball. It's another strikeout for Chase Silseth to kick off the 9th inning. Here's Rich Homie Kwan now. He's 0 for 3 as he's going to hit this one to left field. Skinner gets underneath of it for the second out of the 9th inning. If the Guardians can't do anything right here, it will come down to the bottom of the 9th. If not, it will be extra innings. Here's Josh Naylor hitting this one to Moniak. He goes back a little bit, gets underneath of it, and he makes the play. As we'll head to the bottom of the 9th, the Angels have an opportunity to walk the game off. Either we lose in extras or we walk it off. Mike Trout, a 300 average. He's 1 for 2 on the day. And it's Trevor Stephan on the mound, 13 pitches into it. Here's the 3-2 count as Trout's going to walk it off. The Angels win Game 4 and take a 3-1 series lead. The Guardians collapse. Mike Trout with his 3rd home run of the postseason. This one hit 405 feet, and that's the biggest home run of Mike Trout's career. You could argue it. I mean, when has he had a big home run like this in the postseason? This is only his 2nd postseason appearance. The other one was like in what? His 2nd season? As Mike Trout, who was quiet the entire postseason, he sees the Cleveland Guardians and he goes, yeah, I'm about to go off now. He throws his helmet off as the Guardians are going to be devastated after that. They need to win Game 5 or their season is done. Only 8 total hits in this game. Mike Trout had 2 of them, as he also had 2 home runs in this game. So that's the 2nd game in this series where we've had a player hit 2 home runs. And then we had 2 strikeouts by O'Hoppe in this game. John Means, 6 innings of work, 6 strikeouts, which is actually a surprisingly high number. As we'll go to Game 5 here. If the Guardians win this, they'll go back to home, as that was an editing mistake. Never mind that. I'm not editing it out. We're going to have Fernando Guillen get the start. I just think with a 3-1 series lead, I don't want to lose this game. But if I do lose this game, then at least we'll have one of our top arms ready to go. Here we go. Top first, Jake McCarthy grounds this one to Bohm, who's playing pretty in there for the first out. We also have Andy Ibanez playing at first today against the left-handed pitching that we will face. As this one by Rich Homie Kwan is going to be hit to right center. I about broke character and said Steven Kwan, but you guys know who it is anyway. Josh Naylor, 158 average in the postseason. Not good for him, as he's going to hit this one to right field. Sean Skinner is there for the final out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Fernando Guillen. And it's Logan Allen on a mound here for the Guardians. He has not been good. This is his first, appearance in the postseason. And it's an elimination game. What are the Guardians doing? As Alec Bohm's going to hit this one to left field. That's the type of hitting that I would like to see more out of Alec Bohm. As it's Logan O'Hoppe now, 2 away. 1-1 is going to be hit back up the middle. If it gets down, it will be a base hit, and it does. Bohm will stay put at second, as this runner's on first and second now with 2 away. Here's a scoring threat. Zach Neto, 250 average, and he's going to be the one who can do something about it. He hits this one to left field. Bohm will round third. He's going to try to score the throw, and he is safe. Rich Homie Kwan does not have the arm to get Bohm. It's a 1-0 lead for the Angels in the bottom of the first. My fault. Here's Patrick Wisdom. He's been terrible in the postseason, and he's going to remain terrible as he strikes out to finish off the first inning. Yeah, this guy's not been good. He's got 1 extra year. It's a club option on him, though, so we could send him to free agency, but I think he's just really having a rough postseason is what it is. As Jake McCarthy is going to hit this one, as Trout will make the play. Runner is advancing to third. He's rounding third. He's going for home. What are the Guardians doing? It's Chase DeLauder getting nailed at the plate. What kind of base running is that? Fernando Guillen's like, yeah, I did that. No, you didn't. What is Cleveland doing? As we go bottom 4 now, Logan Allen actually pitching a pretty good game so far, only allowing the 1 earned run. He's doing everything in his power to give the Guardians a chance to win. But Zach Neto is going to change that. It's a 2-0 lead and another home run in the series for Zach Neto. This guy is dominating in this series. His 3rd home run, 396 feet, 103 off the bat. I'm going to let you know right now, any remaining games that we have here in the postseason, he's going to be starting at shortstop, whether it's against right-handed pitching or left-handed pitching. This guy is taking advantage of the opportunity that we gave him. We decided to put Sean Skinner in the outfield, and we decided to give Neto an opportunity, and he has taken that opportunity and he's ran with it. As Fernando Guillen is going to get Jimenez to hit this one to Bohm, who makes the play here in the top of the 6th. 1 away now. Chase DeLauder up. He's the one that made the boneheaded base running mistake, and he's going to pop this one up to foul territory. Alec Boehm is there for the second out. Fernando Guillen working on 6 scoreless innings here in an elimination game in the ALCS. As Jake McCarthy's going to ground this one to Neto. Going to be a tough out with the speed, but they get him. It's 6 scoreless for Fernando Guillen. One of my favorite draft picks that we've had in the entire series is we'll bring in Jimmy Herget now. He's also been really good so far in the postseason. He's facing Stephen Kwan, who will ground this one to Zach Neto in the top of the 7th. Throw to Shanuel, my fault, Andy Ibanez for the first out. As Jimmy Herget facing Josh Naylor now. He's 0 for 2 on the day, continues to struggle. He's going to ground this one to Boehm, who collects it, throws to first for the second out. Jimmy Herget 1 out away from getting through the 7th inning here, and it's Eloy Jimenez, who's also been terrible for Cleveland. He's going to ground this one in. He fell 102 off the bat, but it don't matter. It's a 3rd out in the 7th inning. And it's been 7 scoreless innings for this Angels pitching staff that's been dominant the entire postseason. I can't wrap my head around how good this pitching has been. It's not because they have super high overalls. It's just they're pitching extremely well right now. As Tanner Scott will pick up out number 1 of the 8th inning. As here's Bo Naylor now. I don't know. Is he related to Josh Naylor? That's just something that I've wondered the entire time I was recording these games. But it's a strikeout for Tanner Scott, his first of his appearance in this game, as we're 4 outs away from winning the pennant. And it's another strikeout for Tanner Scott to finish off the top of the 8th. Only 2 hits for the Guardians in an elimination game. We have 2 runs to their 2 hits. As here's Mike Trout now. He's 0 for 3 facing Nick Sandlin, and he's going to walk. It's going to be a runner on first now with 1 away. We need some insurance runs here, and Zach Neto's the guy who can do it. He's 2 for 3, as Neto's going to hit this one to right field. It's not going to be a home run like the other 3 appearances he's had in this series, as we're going to go to the top of the 9th. 2-0 is the lead for the Angels, and we're bringing on Andrew Wantz, our closer. He may not be our closer next season. It might be Chase Silseth, but Andrew Wantz is going to come in to try and slam the door and send us to the World Series. Andrew Wantz has been extremely good so far in the postseason. I think he's only given up 1 base hit. He's pitched in 4 innings, and he'll face Andres Jimenez to kick off the top of the 9th. As this one's going to be at the center field, Trout barely has to move for the first out. We're 2 outs away from advancing to the World Series. It's Chase DeLauder. The boneheaded base running mistake came back to haunt him, and he goes down swinging. It's a strikeout for Andrew Wantz, and we're 1 out away from moving on. As we're going to flip the lineup to the top, it's Jake McCarthy. He's 1 for 3. Here's the pitch, and McCarthy will hit this one back up the middle as the tying runner will come to the plate for the Guardians. This game isn't over, folks. It's Stephen Kwan. He is 0 for 3. Here's the 0-1 from Wantz. This one's hit the left field. J.D. Davis gets underneath of it, and he will make the play, and the Angels are going to the World Series. The Los Angeles Angels are AL champions. They have won the pennant. It's been incredible. You know, I played this game like a week and a half ago. I really haven't played this series all that much, but it's been incredible to get to this point right here. We just need to win the World Series, and that may be closure for this series. We are 2026 American League champions. Everybody on this team has been a contributing factor. Everybody from, I mean, there's not one player on this team that's like, yeah, he really doesn't help this team out, this team out at all. Everybody on this roster has contributed and done their part. Of course, there's some players who've struggled, like J.D. Davis and Austin Hayes, but it is what it is. These guys are a part of this team, and they've all contributed. Fernando Guillen with an excellent start, by the way, in Game 5. 6 innings of work, allowing only 2 hits, striking out 2, didn't walk anybody. But Jimmy Herget, Tanner Scott, and Andrew Wantz come in and go 3 innings, allowing only 1 hit and striking out 3. Just an incredible team pitching performance for the Angels. So we've won the American League Championship Series, and we'll be taking on either the Dodgers or the Braves, and it will be the Atlanta Braves and Spencer Strider. This team is tough. They're going to be hard to beat. They have an incredible lineup. Michael Harris, Jared Kelenic, Ronald Acuna Jr. is 99 overall. Matt Olson, Austin Riley, and Ozzie Albies all above 93. Sean Murphy's a 92. It's not until you're 8 and 9 guys in Orlando Arcia and Owen Miller do you finally get some not so good guys. Spencer Strider, though, is their ace, but behind him, the pitching is not that scary to me. Hurston Waldrop, AJ Smith, Shawver, however you say his name, Drew Hackenberg, and Yosker Yanoa. I just botched that entire pitching staff for the Braves. So I hope we don't have to say their names that often. I hope we just have to say our guys' names who are hitting home runs off of them. The pitching is not great for the Braves, I'm going to be honest, but their lineup is super dangerous. It's going to be Jordan Montgomery facing Spencer Strider in Game 1 of the World Series when you come back and check out the channel. This time, it is going to be live commentary. That's the plan for me. It'll probably be 2 games per episode until we hit an elimination game. This is going to be a tough battle right here. It's A versus A. Can we win the World Series in year 3 of the series? If we can't, it's going to be kind of weird moving forward, but we're going to try our hardest. When you come back and check out the channel, you're going to see Game 1 between the Angels and the Braves. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.